by ELIAS MAKORI More. By this author, the World Cup fever is, once again, with us. After Serbian referee Milorad Mazic blew the final whistle at last weekend's UEFA Champions League final in Ukraine, all attention shifted to neighbouring Russia, which is expected to serve up a mouth-watering World Cup menu in just over 2 weeks' time. Like Saturday's final in Kiev demonstrated, football produces the most unexpected of dramatic twists and turns. Karim Benzema's poacher's goal, Gareth Bale's spectacular overhead strike, and Liverpool keeper Loris Karius provided a cocktail of memorable moments befitting a Continental Cup final. These besides off-the-pitch developments that include death threats on Karius, anxiety over his Merseyside teammate Mo Salah's shoulder injury, and petitions to have Real Madrid and Spain skipper Sergio Ramos reprimanded for what many saw as a deliberate foul on Liverpool's red-hot Egyptian striker. Thankfully, Salah should mend in time for Russia. Expect more of these dramatic talking points when the World Cup kicks off on June 14. A Saudi Arabian victory over Russia in the opening game at the iconic Luzhniki Stadium would be a befitting start to the tournament. Followed by Egypt's win over Uruguay the following day at the Ekaterinburg Arena in the second Group A match that should be sweet revenge for Uruguay's robbery over Ghana in Soweto at the 2010 World Cup. What's more exciting is that NTV, in partnership with Kwase Free Sports, will broadcast, live, 32 of the tournament's big matches, including all fixtures of the 5 African teams. Spiced up with first-class commentary and match analysis, NTV viewers will enjoy one of the best World Cup packages ever compiled on free-to-air television and spare them the agony of having to fork out fortunes to subscribe for pay TV packages. What's more, Nation Sport editor James Mwamba will travel to Russia to unleash live updates on the tournament for the Nation Media Group's print, online and broadcast platforms. How I envy my colleague James, who will have an opportunity to report on first-class football from Russia, a country rich in history and tourist attractions. Moscow is still quite fresh on my mind from my last tour of duty at the 2013 IAAF World Championships in Athletics hosted at the Luzhniki Stadium. Not just for the sport, but for the other attractions, like the tourist sites, beautiful subway, sublime food and, of course, legendary vodka. Russians are culinary experts too, top on my list of favorite Moscow delicacies being borscht, a spiced beef and beetroot soup, solyanka soup, which is made up of pork, or beef and spiced with garlic, tomatoes, pepper and garlic, along with shashlik, basically the Russian version of mushkaki, marinated with wine or vinegar. To mention, but just a few. A meal would not be complete without a dash of Russian standard vodka, for good measure. Culinary issues aside, for Kenyan viewers, the World Cup experience this year will be the more richer, thanks to the partnership between NTV and Kwase Free Sports that will deliver the 32 games through high-quality signal. On Monday, Kwase signed up Nigeria's Super Eagles captain John Obi Mikel as brand ambassador ahead of the June 14 to July 15 tournament. While promoting the tournament and the Kwase brand, the Chelsea legend will also use the proceeds from the venture to invest in the development of sports talent through his Mikel Obi Africa Children's Sports Foundation. I can't wait to see how Mikel and the Super Eagles will perform against England in their pre-World Cup friendly this Saturday. Also on Monday, Bunsen Travel, the official FIFA match hospitality agents in East Africa, received their first batch of World Cup tickets at their Nairobi offices. Julie Debelly Scott, Bunsen Travel's chief executive, is delighted with the response by Kenyan fans, in noting that quite a number of young Kenyans have snapped up the hospitality packages alongside corporate parties. This goes to show the level of interest the tournament continues to attract, and the role it can play in making this world a better place by unifying the masses. It will be a welcome break from the political rhetoric and avalanche of negative news that's been breaking lately in our country. From the cash heist at the National Youth Service to the Mason tree planting scandals and mismanagement at the Kenya Power Company that will see Kenya move up the ladder of most corrupt nations. This as our national football team continues its free fall the opposite direction in the FIFA rankings. The last weekend's loss to Manaus, Swaziland, another blot in Harambee Stars' uninspiring run. With all the 32 World Cup-bound nations expected to name their final tournament squads by next Monday, the stage is now set for another exciting period of high-adrenaline, first-class football. I just can't wait for June 14th.